Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast on this Wednesday evening. As usual, we are going to have a slew of topics. As you kind of just heard, we have some strange ones already on the table. But we got a lot of stuff that we're going to be discussing because there's a lot of things in media that are going on right now. Not to mention a bunch of movie trailers that have come out. So we'll be very clear when we're discussing them in case there's anyone either in the podcast or in the audience that wants to avoid those when we're going to be discussing them.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, Saber. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
The time for sound checks has passed. We're into the introductions.
Where's Gabe?
Introducing
He's playing outside.
He's outside.
Where's Gabe? Is he going to be late?
Probably. Naturally. Introducing Saberspark.
Hi.
And Laura.
Hey.
Paleo.
Hello.
Hirosashii.
We are riders.
PanamaMatt.
Evening, everybody.
And Toodles.
Hello.
I'm ACRacebest, and we welcome you into the Semi-Perfect Podcast this March 7th Wednesday evening. And, we're back. You may have heard some of the discussions that were on the board. This is part of why we enjoy doing these podcasts, because I feel like all sorts of strange topics can be covered. As Hirosashii enlightened us, Bellwether, hoof bump there, buddy. I
don't want your bumps.
You don't want my hoof bump? You don't want my bro hoof?
I can think of worse.
You can think of worse what?
Worse than Bellwether.
Oh,
Well-
wait, no, this... Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Where's the Bellwether? No. So, Sarah, where should we go first? Should we do food posts?
Yes, we should do food posts first. That's what we always do first.
That's what we always do first.
Right.
So for those that are new, or for anyone that may not always watch live, what we do is we do food posts where people can send us stuff, hashtag SPP Foods, and we look and see what our viewers are eating
While they
while
watch.
watching the podcast. Because I'm hungry at all times.
You and me both, Race.
Dude, you actually defeat me in that. Like, I don't give a lot of people like credit over myself when it comes to food, but you're quite the person. And I mean this all very highly.
Oh, because I was about to
Very
quote Nick from Zootopia and just,
Say what?
you're one articulate fella.
You're one articulate.
Alcohol's next to I give way for a barrel of alcohol. Yeah, dude.
What?
Well, yeah, clearly a barrel of alcohol and dudes.
I disconnected. I'm sorry. I was talking to Tristan about going on to this alcohol store. They were like, put in your business card and you get yourself a bottle of or a barrel of alcohol. And I was like, I'm not putting my card in there. But I told Laura to put her phone number in there.
Yeah, you won't put yours in, but you'll make her put hers.
I don't know why.
Because you want a barrel of alcohol, clearly.
Melting pot of alcohol.
All right.
So
First is
are we
Jazz
starting from
King.
the bottom.
Well, I guess. Okay, I guess we'll start from the bottom if you want to do that.
Okay,
so much.
bottom. So bottom feeders. Drummershi's got the first one that I see. It says, ready for a good old doodly time. Sweet and sour chicken, fried green beans. Okay. And Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've ever had fried green beans, but they sound really good.
Yeah.
Sounds southern as fuck.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Remember that Southerners were portrayed as slow and stupid because they had hookworms when they were like back in the day?
I'd never heard that.
That's
Drunk,
an interesting
I'm being
fact.
really honest.
So Wyatt Gruber has
Speaking, Frank, back
excited
to
for
the
this
food.
podcast. We'll have a bit of art to post before it ends, hopefully. And looks like he's got like some sort of spaghetti and something else. That
Looks like just salad. It's salad.
Yeah, I guess it is salad. It's got the race best amount of dressing on it.
Yeah.
You mean all of it?
No.
Yes, all of the
If there's-
dressing
if
that the
there's-
restaurant owns.
Yeah, I'm bad when it comes to dressing. Like, they're like, hi, what would you like in your healthy salad? And I'm like, 10 gallons of blue cheese sound really good.
And can I get some for the bread too?
Blue cheese.
Yeah. Okay.
All I heard was blue cheese.
Same.
We gotta go to Japan someday.
We do.
Why? What's in Japan
Why
this
not?
next
How's
week?
this stuff
Well,
related to the
it's not, but
But we do have to go to Japan someday. It's great.
Alright.
Chase is good old Bergie. First time being here in a while. Training for infantry is busy work. Chase, that looks like a good burger.
Yeah.
It is a double quarter pounder with cheese.
Did you hear how Wendy's is like beating up on McDonald's and they're like, "Your
Yes.
burgers are frozen," and Wendy's is
Dude, Wendy's is very relentless, and I think a lot of people love it because they're just like, "Oh,
I don't.
you don't?"
I think it's quite rude to be like, look, we're a business, but we talk like we're a teenage girl, and it's like, no, shut up. Like, just make your burger.
But they said it was a National Frozen Food Day, so they were giving a shout out to McDonald's. They're trying to be nice.
Oh.
Well, no, I have a question? Who makes these holidays up? I saw this morning where it's like it's National Oreo Day, and I'm like, who cares?
The Oreo company, probably.
Saber, somebody like you or me made that holiday up. I'll tell you right now.
Someone's like who works at some like really odd job at like it's National Paperclip Day. It's like, who cares?
Don't down on paper clips. Tomcat.
No, I
It's
just
been a long
realized,
day,
guys,
but it's pizza night at my house,
we
and he has a slice of pizza.
Woot.
we missed Star Wars Day. It was like a few days ago. It was May the 4th, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got a few more days till May the 4th.
Yeah,
That was March.
it's March right now.
It's March.
I am so convinced.
But on the 10th, it's going to be Mario Day.
How drunk are you, Saber?
Oh, March 10th.
Share with us, Saber. What have you had to drink tonight so far? I see.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Why is your mic so terrible? Why is your mic like Jack's quality mic right now?
Ouch.
hey, guys.
Because
Shots fired.
Jax's mic always cuts off.
Okay.
I don't know why.
That being said,
Maybe
actually,
it's just
Beatles
something
fan.
to do with laptop mics. I don't know.
He's trying to get my blue snowball to work, but it's not lighting up. So he's trying
Oh,
to.
well, you see, when you talk, I can always hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you just
Yeah,
fine.
but I can never.
It has selective hearing. Going
Yeah.
on with the food post. Reckless 4800 says, no goods this time round, so I've been relegated to popcorn and Pepsi Max duty again. And then they say, I'm sure that bunny from Wreck-It Ralph 2 may come here and eat all my food.
If it's pancakes.
We'll definitely be discussing that
Yes.
later on. More popcorn. It's Rosie Diamond saying, enjoying tonight's stream with a classic popcorn. Excellent.
Yay.
Jack's Blade. I thought Jack's Blade talks.
Yeah, pretty much. No. What?
Sounds how he actually speaks.
Here you go, Saber. Nora says, something cupcake time. Notice me, senpai. Oh, and spring break.
Dude, I won't talk anymore. I'm talking too much.
Okay.
Rospit says, tonight instead of my stomach, my brain dines on literature. Reading tales of Edgar Allan Poe.
Nice.
I drink.
Curious choice.
And then to
I like
round up things, Jazz King says, I'm finally on time, baby. And got some Timbits?
Timbits.
What are those?
What are those? They look like little donut holes.
Yeah.
What are
Pretty much.
Timbits?
They look like ponies.
Bread.
So they are basically donut holes. They are the name of bite-sized fried donut confectionery sold at the Canadian-based franchise Tim
Oh, it's
Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Oh, okay.
Look
That's
that
right.
up.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Tim Hortons. That place is on every corner 3 times.
You can buy them in snack packs of 10, 20, or 40.
Wow, so informative.
I thank the internet for that.
Cute. I love your picture.
I love this guy. Laura, I love him so much.
Saber's so drunk right now. Isn't he?
It's amusing.
All right, well, that
I just
looks
want to know what he's
it's-
been drinking.
I know. We never got that for a food post. You think we would have found that out?
He should share his food, in this case his alcohol. And got a shout out to Beatles fan. Yeah, Pi Day coming up May 14th.
So I think May 14th, March 14th.
Yes. I'm working off Saber's May.
You sure are. Yeah, so that's all I see in the SPP Foods tag. So thank you for everyone that submitted that. Again, thank you for all of our live viewers, and a big thank you to, of course, all of our viewers who aren't able to be here live, but then watch during the week. So yeah, okay, I'm curious now that we've made it through the food,
Yes.
how has everyone been the last 2 weeks?
Doing well.
Life continues.
Yeah.
I made it sound like it was bad. It's really good. Thank you.
I'm gonna flail have one of these. He's like,
I do have to ask like a super quick question. If Mario Day is March 14th, March 10th, then yeah, like Maria Day.
Yeah.
Is that like? Yeah. Okay. Does anyone have like? Does anyone know someone named Maria?
No.
If I
know
could
someone
sing,
named
I'd be
Maria.
quoting West Side Story right now, but
I don't know any Marias at all.
I know a couple.
I know.
And in honor of Saber, there's also Tia Maria,
Oh,
which
that
is an
like-
alcohol.
Okay.
I do not. I honestly can't say.
Actually, you know what?
Ew.
My sister's best friend's name is Maria.
There we go.
Ah, okay. So
Okay,
one
but-
is out there
Yes.
Go give her a balloon on March the 14th.
Okay.
because it's National Maria Day. Is that what I miss?
Exactly.
you are a good DM.
Nice. So, cool. All right. So, anything exciting happened to anybody over the last 2 weeks? Anything going on?
None really.
Took a lovely hike over the weekend, which was. Hi, Lammy. Took a lovely. Yeah.
Should I change
Ray-
so we can all hear
He's
everything?
attacked.
Yeah.
Well, we heard every bit of it,
If
Saber.
y'all are.
We heard every bit of it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Don't be. It was
You might-
hilarious.
You all hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
Just as well as we heard you before.
Oh, we
Right.
got pictures.
What? We've got
What?
pictures?
Pictures of what?
Laura posted. It's in the chat.
Oh.
It's Saber lying on the ground playing with animals.
Hmm.
It looks like a good day. That's what Saber's been up to the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not a bad way to spend your time. But yeah, no,
No.
took a lovely hike. 5-mile round trip with about 700 feet of elevation gain.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So,
It was exciting.
did you go with people or by yourself?
Yeah, I went with, I think you know Tony.
No.
Wow. I know Sarah. You probably know him, but anyway. Uh,
I'm kidding. I know.
yeah, I know. Yeah, walked down to the base of an earthen dam and then up to the top of a rock at the top of a hill. And having just range, you could see out to Catalina and all the way out to downtown LA. And we were over in the Anaheim area.
Nice.
So, 30 plus miles of visibility in an area that's not known for its clear air. It was
Nice.
lovely.
Nice. And then, so you get up to the top. What are you looking at? What's the payoff?
Panoramic view of Orange County, LA County, and you could actually see out to the mountains bordering Palm Desert
Wow.
and Palm Springs.
Nice.
Uh,
Very cool.
for those that know where it is or want to look it up on Google Maps, it's up in the Yorba Linda area.
Hey, Race.
Yes, Saber.
Remember? No, wait, Paleo.
Member?
Paleo.
Hmm?
Do you remember when we were sharing a bed with no,
Fine.
dude, and listen to this story. This is great.
I'm not sure I want to anymore.
No, Matt,
Paleo, is it
listen,
safe?
That
I,
time we
I don't know what he's talking about.
Do you remember sharing a bed with him?
LA 2012, and we had a room with Dusty Cat and Screwball.
Yeah.
Where I woke up this one morning, I looked over into the bathroom area, I just saw Dusty Cat's naked butt in the mirror.
I'm just letting you know that this is probably going to be a highlight.
Oh yes.
I shook my head. I was like, Dusty Cat's got a nice butt, and I went back to sleep.
Hey, Cadet, if you're still like animating over there, keep this in mind.
His butt. I just wanted to tell you.
Chambers like lifting up his eyebrows at Laura, like, I'm telling you.
Boxes.
I can't get it.
Dusty.
Oh, that's not good. You'll get next year.
So,
All right.
Race, what have you been up to the last couple of weeks?
You know, I'm glad you asked, Matt. I actually had a very interesting weekend 2 weekends ago. After the podcast, the last one we did, I had the shortest and longest trip to Florida because Tommy
You gotta
and I,
clarify that.
yeah, Tommy and I, we work. We have our own little business called Low Budget TV, where we cover racing, and usually it's out here in Southern California, but we've been expanding, and we actually covered a race out in Florida, and for that race, both of us had to work Thursday, so you know he got up at like 6 a.m. And then we worked, and then we met up for dinner, and then we went to the airport. And we got on a flight, and we flew to North Carolina, to which then we flew to Florida.
Why didn't
and then
you
we
say
headed.
hi?
You know, I wasn't in North Carolina that long. It was like 50 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So then we go from the airport. We swing by our Airbnb, drop off our stuff, and go straight to the track. And we go to the track and work a whole day. And we went by the time we went to bed. This was all Friday. By the time we went to bed, Tommy and I had been up for over 40 hours straight, basically.
Jeez.
Neither of us are very good on sleeping on planes.
I thought you were on Twitch.
And so we had that first day. Then the next day we woke up. It was Saturday. We woke up. We got breakfast. We went to the track. We worked at the track till about 1 a.m. when we finished packing everything up. And then we grabbed dinner. Went to the airport, got on a plane, did a layover in Texas, got on a plane, and ended up in LA. And it was like, were we in Florida like 5 minutes ago? What happened? So it was a very insane moment, but it was a very, very good weekend for us.
Yeah.
You know, when you say that you expand, Race, I've known you to do many things, but you do nothing of it half-assed. Yeah, we're normally in California, and now we're in Florida.
I appreciate that, Matt.
You are now a national company. Congratulations.
Yeah, look at that. No, it's crazy because we've the farthest we had traveled to cover an event for this was last year. We went out to Indianapolis, and the events that we're covering, there are these like 300-lap figure 8 races with cars that are like $100,000, and these guys have like unlimited amount of whatever they want to do with their motors. It's just it's crazy. The events are just absolutely bonkers, and what these guys do for a very long amount of time, having to focus on who's coming through the intersection while racing all their competitors, it's crazy. And yeah, we formed a really good relationship with a lot of the people, especially back east, that do this stuff. Hi, Saber.
Looking at my YouTube channel, and I'm like, dude, I'm almost at 500,000. I am so fucking lucky. Like, I want the audience to listen. You don't have to be good. You just gotta be lucky. That's like, there's a scene in Halo 3 where Cortana's like, listen, all right, I could have picked the strongest Spartan, the smartest one, but I picked the one who had something nobody else had. Luck.
That's what Cortana sounds like too.
That's what I have. I'm the luck. Like, I have so much team force. It's ridiculous. Guys.
Hey, Saber.
Listen. Yes, sir.
I'm curious. What have you been drinking?
But
Whiskey.
I've been drinking the elixir of life.
Coffee?
Daniels.
Dude, I've been working hard this week. So I haven't made a video, so I haven't really. I really haven't been working too hard. I always tell myself I'm gonna make so many videos this week and get prepped up. I haven't done it. I watch Family Guy.
I could think of worse ways to
for a
spend the
video
time.
though.
But I am curious, what is your drink of choice?
Dude, Laura's got me hooked. Laura's great, by the way.
Oh my god.
Well, she is.
She got me hooked on good stuff. I don't drink beer anymore, guys.
What do you drink?
Guys, I've gotten fat over this last year. By the way.
What are you drinking? Answer the question. Everybody
which
wants
whiskey?
to know.
Which whiskey?
Jack Daniels.
Dude, Final Draft's
Ooh,
coming
alright.
back in August. I want to hang out with him.
Oh man, I hope
Yeah, just
everyone
so
else
you know,
is
when
loving
Saber
this
gets drunk, his ADD goes out of control.
Yeah.
Paleo. Listen, all right. You're my oldest friend.
Did you just put the laptop into your mouth, Saber?
I remember when I saw Paleo for the first time, I was so like cringy because I said, "How the fuck are you?" And my dad's like, "Why would you say that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Sounded like the right thing to say at the time, I guess.
Your dad was like right there.
Why was your dad? Wait, why was your dad with you?
I was talking to Laura yesterday, and I said I gotta call my daddy, and Laura's like, "Why'd you say daddy?" I'm like, "I do." I'm saving
You're almost 30.
30.
I feel bad for asking this, Saber, but who's your daddy?
My dad, the guy who shot, he shot.
Stop right there.
He shot.
No, you're good. You're good.
He shot what? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
I don't think you want to.
When I first discovered what sex was, I was like, gross. My dad did that to my mom.
All right. Does anybody else have anything to share about their last 2 weeks?
Sarah, I
Yeah.
want to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really appreciative that you took control of this podcast.
Yeah.
After I was like, I can't do it anymore. I'm too fucking dumb. You're a champion, Sarah. No, listen. I'm serious right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I have such clarity right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura, when we're done with this, I have a question for
I
you.
want you to know this too. To people like Paleo and Tommy Oliver and Sarah, you guys are fucking awesome. And I know you guys are gonna find your purpose someday in life, and I root for you every day, and I pray for you every day. That
Thank
day
you.
comes sooner or later.
I appreciate it.
Coming today with information about girls' entertainment. And Hirosashii, you helped me with grammar checks, and I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Hey, Twitter.
All right. Okay.
So this is one of those podcasts where we thought we knew what we
Can I
were
lay down on
going
the
to be
couch
doing.
for a bit and be quiet? I'm being obnoxious, aren't I?
Nah.
It's fine.
I'm bad.
It's not Saber. At least it's entertaining.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back and be terrified at the stuff that you said during this podcast, but it's good for the rest of us.
Where'd my water bottle go?
There you go.
I bought display cases in this past 2 weeks, and I display all my anime figurines and Monster Hunter
Nice.
figurines.
Do you have a lot of anime figurines?
Not anime. It's
Mostly video game stuff, right?
It's
Oh.
mostly Monster Hunter figurines, dude.
You
But
know what-
I said 13. It's actually 14. And then I
Oh,
have,
14 Monster Hunters?
Yeah,
Those
and then I
stuff?
have.
Are they all like different monsters?
Yeah, they're all different monsters.
Cool.
I have a lot of. I have 2 Nicks and 2 Judys at this point. Goodness.
Oh, you have 2 Nicks and 2 Judys?
Yeah, but one's a Tsum Tsum of Nick. I don't know.
Don't you have the Disney Infinity figures too?
Yeah, I have Disney Infinity of both of them. I have the Tsum Tsum of Nick and the Closable of Judy.
Aren't they
And
great?
Yeah, and then I have some Hontai collection. Nobody wants to know what it is. Don't worry.
Oh.
Oh, I have a Fluttershy. Yeah. I don't know why.
Very nice. Well, cool. So I guess, Sarah, I know that we have some topics that we've been wanting to discuss.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of let you take the lead here.
Okay. So you told me to write something down last week that you wanted to talk about this time.
Oh,
And
did
it
Did you
says,
write it down?
Yes, I wrote it down, and it says Catherine Denny's story. Do you remember?
gosh.
Do you remember it?
Jack's Blade's listening to the podcast right now.
He is. He is.
You know, Jack's Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was walking through Baltimore and some guy held a knife up to me, Jax would be right behind that person, punching him in the face, and Jax would save me. I love Jax Blade. God, I love
He's a
Jax Blade.
superhero.
He just
a
appeared out of
Jax is
nowhere.
awesome. Like, I love him. He and I hung out at the last BronyCon, and we hugged in the hallway. And I will never forget that because I fucking love his ass. He's a good guy.
Is it as good of an ass as Dusty?
It's gonna be a long highlight.
Right, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna play some Hearthstone, so I'll be quiet for a bit.
No, why? Join us.
That is
We're in the
not how you
podcast. Don't
become
play
silent.
Hearthstone.
You know who I love?
Who do you love?
Paleo's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paleo. I remember when I first discovered Paleo's emotions, because like I'm the kind of person who I gush, while Paleo is a bit more adamant and reserved. I remember I like poured out my heart one time. I'm like, this is gonna make Paleo finally have some kind of reaction emotionally, and I went on for like 10 minutes, just this beautiful speech, like Abraham Lincoln, and like at the what's the thing he did? He went to like Pennsylvania. He did a speech about the address, the Gettysburg.
Yeah, the Gettysburg
It was like
Address.
He talked about his home address.
with Paleo, and I was like, and that's why Paleo, that we will prevail at the end. And Paleo's reaction was, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you? It's because he likes anime titties. Here's emotion I don't know what is. You know what? I was watching Family Guy today, and it was an episode where Brian was afraid of death, and then like some character, I think it was Frank Sinatra Jr. is like, that's all the more reason to live every day to the fullest. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like, we don't know what's after this world. It could be nothing, but I'm okay with that. Like, because I was born as a white dude in the 21st century, and that's not wrong. A D20, then I don't know what is. Yeah, that's the one. Now, I'm not saying white's better. I'm just saying I got it easy, guys. I feel bad for folks who are like putting up with Donald Trump. He fucking sucks. Jesus Christ. No, I shouldn't do that. All right, Sarah, we're talking about something else.
Yeah, we're talking about Catherine at Denny's. If we want to
Yeah,
indulge in
yeah.
that race.
So speaking of people that don't have it going so easy, I met a lady named Catherine, and she was weird. So we went to this Denny's. It was while we were in Florida, and apparently we went to the wrong part of Tampa, or I guess every part of Tampa is the wrong part of Tampa. and we were eating at this Denny's, and our waitress walks up. She goes, "Oh, hey, what would you like to drink? By the way, my name's Catherine." "Okay, thank you, Catherine." And then she comes back. She goes, "All right, here's your drinks, and you guys know what you want to order?" "No, not yet." "Okay, by the way, my name's Catherine." "All right, thank you, Catherine." And then she comes back. She takes her order. "By the way, my name's Catherine." And we're just like looking at each other at this point, like, does she know that she's told us her name like 3 or 4 times now? Okay. So that was the beginning of it.
This is just the beginning.
Yes, we went through, we had our meal, everything was fine, and then came that point, and I think a lot of us have experienced it, where you have a good meal, or a decent meal, or just eat, but then comes the part where you're supposed to get your check, and all of a sudden your waitress or waiter disappears for 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was Catherine. She just, poof, was gone. And then she shows up again after a bit of a wait, and, Tom and I going on 40 plus hours of no sleep. And she comes out and she takes our plates, and then she comes back with the check and says, "Does anyone want a box?" And we all look at each other and we're like,
Okay.
"Well, no, because you took our plates away. What are we gonna box?" And she's like, oh yeah, okay." So Tommy takes the check, and he was gonna pay for the table. He goes up to the cashier, pays, and then one of the people in our party was like, "Oh, I'm gonna win this stuffed animal out of one of those claw machines." So we're sitting there for like 3 or 4 minutes, and all of a sudden, Catherine comes bursting back in and goes, "Hey, you guys, you paid the wrong check. Weren't you paying attention?" And we all just look at each other like, "Whoa, that's a great way to treat your customers." And we paid the check you gave us. Like what? And so Tommy looks at the check and he's like, "This is all the stuff we ordered. Did someone else have a check?" And so then she looks at the check and goes, "Oh, okay, I guess I think you guys are good. Sorry." And then all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, as we're about to walk out the door, "Guys, my manager still doesn't think that you guys have paid. Are you sure this is the right check?" And at this point, we're like, "What the hell?" And so again, Tommy goes, they show the paid receipt. They show, "Okay, here's the items we got. Okay, is everything good?" Yes, okay. We then leave Denny's. We are walking. We are almost to our car, and boom, here comes Catherine running out of Denny's again. Guys! My manager still doesn't think you paid. And at this point, I'm like the first person back inside that Denny's, basically going, "What the fuck, Denny's? Like, what the hell?" And the manager, Benny, to which Tommy, every time he saw Benny, he would just walk in and go, "Benny and the Jets. Benny and the Jets." And so Benny's like huffing, and Catherine's just confused, and we're just like, "What the hell?" Because at this point, we figured they were calling us back in. We thought we were at the point where they're like, "Guys, we've given you enough trouble. We're gonna it's on the house." Like we thought that was the next step. No, Benny's still adamant that we haven't paid our food, and we're like, "How does this get this bad? Like, this is just stupid." And
cards, right?
What happened was Benny realized that Catherine forgot to put, I guess, like a $4 appetizer that we got on the bill.
Mm-hmm.
All this was about a $4 appetizer that Catherine forgot to put on the bill, that Benny for some reason couldn't figure out wasn't on the bill, and he's like, whatever. So we're like, "Okay, so can we go?" And his response is, "Well, I guess." And at this point, getting attitude from the manager after they've pulled this shit, I just out loud yelling to the entire restaurant, I'm like, "Good night, Denny's. See you later." I don't know how I didn't get into like a little cussing rant there, but I just was like, "Good night, we're out." And the people that were coming in the door, I'm like, nope, just turn around. I was so done. I was so done. Yeah, it was just Catherine, man. Her name was Catherine, though.
Yeah.
That ended up being the one thing that she got right. So
What was her name, by the way?
I forget.
Her name was Catherine.
It was stupid. It was stupid, but it certainly happened. So that was my Catherine story from Florida. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess the next bit would be to talk about some of the trailers that came out between the past 2 weeks. There's actually been a good number of them. I think, let's see, we didn't get to talk about the Incredibles 2 trailer last week because I think a lot of people hadn't seen it. Has people seen it now?
Maybe.
No, yeah, we did not discuss the Incredible. I know I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
You showed it to me today.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do here again for our audience and for everyone, Sarah, do we have something we could put up for this part of the conversation? I don't know.
I can make something.
I don't do you? Because we're not really discussing spoilers as
It's
much as we're just talking about
It's the trailers.
what we thought.
What trailers are we going to be talking about?
We're gonna be talking about Incredibles 2,
Wreck-It
there's
Ralph 2,
Yep.
Christopher Robin, and Mary Poppins Returns.
That was a good one.
Mary Poppins Returns.
Yes.
Yes.
She's coming back, apparently.
So, yeah, scary Mary.
The Shining.
So which one do you want to start with then?
Well, why don't we go chronologically and start with The Incredibles 2?
Okay, so Incredibles 2, that trailer came out. I only just saw it today, so my reaction to it's pretty fresh. Yeah, I don't know how. Like, I figured I would have ran
I
into
tried to
it.
show it to him during the Olympics, but he's like, "Oh, I'm watching the Olympics. I gotta watch all of it."
Oh yeah, the Olympics were great, by the way. That was a thing that I did over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks, last month.
Oh, they were so good. I love the Olympics. Love them.
I love that you'll watch every single hour of them.
I bawled like a baby during the closing montage. They used "Remember the Titans" music soundtrack, and
Talking about the Olympics and how boring they are.
excuse me.
The Olympics are so dumb because it's like, let's all get together as countries of the world. Oh, by the way, let's go invade Ukraine. That's what Russia did, like right after the last Winter Olympics.
Well, Russia's special.
Russia,
For the record,
I hope
Russia was being called out during the Olympics, like
Repeatedly.
It's not like everyone was like, "Oh, Russia's great." Like Russia ended up proving to the world that it was kind of low budget during that whole
Russia.
So
I like
about
the
that
Russian
Incredibles 2 trailer.
government.
Did you see the Incredibles 2 trailer, Saberspark?
Dude, did I see it?
Yes.
Did you see
Did
how
you?
there was this one scene that was screen capped where like Elastigirl was on a motorbike and she was waving at another girl
Yeah.
and someone's like, Elastigirl's she's a lesbian. And someone's like, that's her fucking daughter. But I hope that John Lasseter can find the help that he needs. That's what I'm praying for.
Okay. So
Good
Thanks
talk.
for your input.
we got the scope there. We went from incest to treating women right. So now to the Incredibles trailer. It was what did you guys think? What was everyone's thoughts?
No spoilers, Laura, right? Laura doesn't like spoilers, so just ping me when you guys are done.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
We'll ping you.
Bye. Are they gone?
So
Okay. So
this movie is like literally, it looks like picking up from where the last one left off, which I think is what they
Yeah.
told us in
Yeah.
the first place, like when they started this. But
Well,
it's
that's
still
kinda
like,
how it was set up too.
but it's so funny to me because I'm like, oh wow, like literally no one's aged. Like, so
yeah. I'm excited.
yeah.
Yeah.
This movie is gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah. And it seems like there's going to be like a whole role reversal thing, and I like the idea of that.
Yeah. That's one thing we were discussing was like, it seems like Elastigirl's gonna be kind of more of the forefront character in this one, but it's still gonna have. I think what won people over with the first Incredibles movie was the whole family interaction and just like it being so real. And
It seems like there's going to be a lot more of that in this one.
Yeah.
which I'm excited about.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot they could do with that, and I'm glad that they're still keeping that as a focus. So
Now I haven't seen the trailer yet,
Yes.
but the question burning in my mind is: does Edna make a reappearance?
Oh, yes.
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 Oh, good.
Yes.
and it seems like she hasn't lost a beat, given that we haven't apparently missed anything. So yeah, no, it looks like a fun movie. Definitely looking forward to it.
Yes.
Paleo, do you think that's going to be the highest grossing movie of next year? No,
this
is
year?
it this year?
Yeah.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Of this year?
No, I'm thinking Infinity War is probably going to be the highest grossing one.
Oh, probably.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So, where do you think Black Panther's going to fit between all that? Because that movie's making a lot of money right now.
Yeah. I would say it's probably going to be at least in the top 10, maybe top 5.
Yeah.
I gotta go use the bathroom.
All right. Thanks for letting us
Thanks.
know.
Have fun.
So, to give everyone context here, Sabers had his mic muted for the last like
Yes.
3 minutes.
And
So he literally unmuted himself to let us know he was going to go to the bathroom.
He's so
All right.
considerate.
Yeah, no, he's got us. Okay, so that anyone else any other thoughts on Incredibles first trailer? Okay.
haven't.
Sarah, oh, what?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and don't worry, there's like we said, we're really not even like getting into like super uber details, especially because it is the first trailer. So like we have no idea where this movie's going or anything.
Yeah.
Sarah, what's the
Saber was
next?
just like, oh, we're out.
Yeah, he just close your eyes or your ears, I guess.
The next one would be Wreck-It Ralph 2. I think that one was released next.
Or Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
It's still dumb.
But
Yeah.
nobody likes that title.
Yeah.
Like,
Just call it Ralph Wrecks the Internet. That would make more sense.
everyone wants that. Like, it's so... yeah.
It might be a surprise to some people, but I'm very excited for this movie.
You really? You're excited for Wreck-It Ralph?
Shocking.
I, for one, really enjoyed the trailer. I am so excited.
Yeah, you were so excited for the premiere of the trailer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Since they're
I'm
going
the one-
into like online games, or like just online internet like websites in general, like I'm thinking like which online games they could go into, and I'm thinking like they could probably like pop into World of Warcraft maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh my gosh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, Overwatch.
All I know is that the bunny gets the pancake.
The bunny
Yeah.
gets the pancake.
I'm telling you guys right
Minecraft
now,
is a big one.
Yes.
mark my words, guys. There's going to be some, whether it makes it in the movie or not, you know that there's going to be some porn reference.
No.
Somewhere in the movie.
Some reference of Rule 34.
They're gonna reference something.
That
They're
reminds me,
not.
I just saw an image
No
that
exceptions.
somebody made.
It's the Ralph one where I saw that earlier. I think you guys were the ones who shared it, but that was hilarious.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, it's basically Ralph went into the wrong part of the internet and learned a lot.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm so certain of this is that I don't know. I mean,
I doubt it. I really don't think so.
But they threw. I mean, think of Zootopia. Like they had that whole joke about bunnies multiplying. Like
Yeah,
they
but
can be
that's-
subtle enough.
Maybe, but like I doubt it.
I'm going. Now, I was surprised Sarah liked this trailer as much as she did because the one thing she told me she wanted to get from this trailer was any visuals of Felix and Calhoun, and she got neither.
Zip. But that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm alright with that because I think they have something
She
very
told herself.
fun in store for them. So I'm willing to wait to figure out what that is because like Rich Moore has said that they've got a quote unquote hilarious story arc, and I'm like, fuck yes.
Children.
I'm waiting for
They're
it.
gonna have kids.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work if they do, but we'll see.
Maybe they'll be the porn reference.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, Sarah, don't tell me you wouldn't want that.
I mean,
There you go. So yeah, no. This trailer, of course, has the very important hook at the end that we always talk about. Like with some, for example, Zootopia had the sloth scene, where this one has the one of the online games. And a lot of people actually messaged me about this, and they're like, "How do you feel about what happened to the bunny?"
He'll regenerate. He's fine.
Yeah, but when we
Moana,
come back
probably
with the
not.
memories of his brutal, brutal death.
I'm surprised. When I was watching it, I'm like, they're not gonna.
And they did.
And then it happened, and that whole like shot, it's total like it reminds me actually of like YouTube poops, the way they like did the zoom in on the girl watching the.
Yes, it's so good. Like the zoom in. So, you know what's a cute detail about the trailer is what they put in. So like in the exterior shot of the arcade, there's that sign, and like there's like a message on it that says "Happy 11th birthday, Susie." If you look at the exterior shot of the arcade in the first movie, it's like "Happy 5th birthday, Susie," and I'm just like, that's so cute. And it's a very smart way of saying how much time has passed, which, you know, Wreck-It Ralph, when it came out, it was
and
present
now he's
time.
just getting internet.
Yeah, Litwalk is very... he I mean, a lot of old people...
He's old school.
don't... Yeah, but...
Every time in the trailer where he goes to click the online icon, I'm expecting him to say, "And here we go." Like I'm expecting that.
Just so you guys know, Steven is standing in my kitchen telling my roommate that I'm a good baker.
Oh.
So, Laura, you know this.
How much has Saber had to drink tonight?
You know what? I actually don't know because I was playing with my cat for a while.
That's inappropriate.
It's Daenerys.
He said that's inappropriate.
Yes.
He did.
I get it.
Playing Hearthstone, and then I gave my cat some food, and then I was playing with her for a little bit.
Piglet movie for like half a second yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was like.
And then Saber, then drunk Saber appeared.
Anything. So, but here's what I was gonna say, Laura, is that when Saber gets drunk, he gets very loving. He loves everything. Like, I mean, not saying that he loves things that he doesn't already love, but he expresses it.
You don't even drink.
Me?
Yeah.
You drink in church. That's about it.
Right. That's how I know how you are when you're drunk, because I'm always sober around you when you are. I'm complimenting your drunkenness. You're a very fond person to be around when you're drunk.
You're bubbly.
Yeah. You're a very loving guy. You can see it in plenty of the vlogs too. Not saying he gets drunk a lot, but when he does, he lets you know how much he loves you, and it just makes you so happy.
Takes me back to Unicon and Saberspark.
But yeah, so back here to the trailer, Sarah. Is there anything else you want to mention from it?
I'm still just super excited.
You finally got your trailer.
Like, this movie is going to be the kickoff to our honeymoon, just so you know. It's just happening pretty close. I'm so excited.
Please tell me you planned it that way.
I didn't, but it's very serendipitous.
There you go. So, in other words, she's going to be a very happy wife.
Alrighty. What?
I think he's talking about baking.
Oh, okay.
No, he said that you should have said serendipitous because you wanted to make fun.
Oh, okay.
See, he's even clever.
I'll give him credit. That was cute.
That was good.
Alright, so next trailer would be Mary Poppins Returns.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't remember much of this trailer, even though I watched it the other day.
I watched it today.
Why?
Just because.
It's not a bad question. Like, it's kind of weird to me that...
It's a very good question.
I don't know, but I think people are excited. At least, like...
From the trailer, I mean, we don't really know that much about it yet, other than, like... it just seems like, oh, it's going to be Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who's
Lin-Manuel
playing...
Miranda?
It is.
Yeah.
It is Lin.
Bert?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
No, I'm hoping... I'm hoping there's going to be 2D animation in it, like in the original.
Yeah! That'd be really nice.
I doubt it, though, but it would be amazing if they did have something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I really want more movies to do stuff like that. The last movie that I saw that did that was, funny enough, oh shit, what was it called? It was that one movie with the kid that breaks all the rules in his school.
Yeah, okay, so that was an interesting experience. It was called, like, Middle School Worst Years of My Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Paleo,
we watched
did you see that movie?
No, I didn't.
Okay, that was a...
Do not.
It's
That was a
actually, like,
movie.
surprisingly decent of a movie.
I recorded it because it was on TV, so I'm like, Sarah, we're gonna watch it. And it was like, I was expecting it to be one of those, like, yeah, we're kids and we're messing with the principal, which it was, but then it, like, took a very interesting turn. Like, is there anyone here who cares about, like, this movie being spoiled?
Not really.
Middle school worst years of my life with Pedro as a janitor.
If any of you out there that are listening care, give us about 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
Plug your ears. Okay, so I don't. Even right now, I feel like I don't. I feel weird about, like, how I can present this because I don't. I feel like it's such a big. Sarah,
you got about 15 seconds left, Race. Go.
It's basically it's one of those movies where you find out that the things that are going on are definitely not what you thought was going on, and we weren't expecting that deep of a turn in a movie like this.
So
And
Was
we
it a
kind
good
of both,
turn?
it was kind of a what the fuck, and oh wow, like this movie's doing that.
Are you specifically like really avoiding like giving away what it is? Or...
I'm trying to because like I still like it was such a defining moment of our viewing experience of the movie, but it's still not a movie like I'd say everyone's got to go see it. It's just
it's an interesting movie, and it has a lot of 2D animation integrated into it, and it like we had seen a trailer for it, and like they had some of the 2D stuff, and I'm like, oh. I hope there's a lot of this in this movie, and I was very pleasantly surprised that there was, and it was really good animation too, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, because I love movies like that with the 2D animation in the 3D world, like Roger Rabbit. I love it so much.
Yeah,
and what was the name of the movie again?
It's called
Middle School Worst Years of My Life, or whatever the fuck.
For the record, the biggest reason that I ended up ever recording this is because I saw the trailer for this movie 30 times in theaters.
Mm-hmm. Because
it was like
every time we went to go see Zootopia
30 times.
Yeah, it was one of the trailers. Yeah, like I saw that. I saw the Angry Birds trailer 30 times.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. Still haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although after watching the trailer 30 times, you've probably come close to the overall length.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody got anything they want to add for Mary Poppins Returns?
Yeah. So it was interesting. Like, I think Paleo said it that this movie could it's almost dressed up like almost a horror movie.
Yeah.
With
the whole the end shot with like her walking away from the mirror and like her reflection looking like really kind of sinister.
Well, not to mention just like the whole because it all opens. It's more of a teaser where it doesn't go anywhere near a plot. It just is showing clips of the area, and I guess before she even arrives, and it's showing like leaves blowing around, and it's all dark and gloomy, and you're just like, whoa. And it feels like it honestly. I guess going along the horror movie route, it feels like they're like. But we didn't learn, so now she's coming back.
Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be people that makes this scary cut.
Being in the movie.
What's that?
He's the guy, right?
Yes.
He's Mexican, right?
Some people questioned when they remade Ocean's 11. Some people questioned when Heath Ledger was about to be the new Joker, and it's like, why are you going over a classic? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm curious. I'm not gonna say my hopes, but
I know I'll see it. It's just very interesting. It's interesting of all because I feel like a lot of people will tell you the original is just fine how it is, and it's not a remake. It's a sequel. I think that's the weirdest part, but also probably the safest thing they could do.
Yeah. So if it is if it's supposed to be a sequel, I just don't want them to we're just gonna tell the same story again. Because, then what's the point? Yeah. So you're just remaking it, and you're not making a sequel.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I wonder if it almost is a remake, but they're like, if we say it's a remake, everyone's going to say why. So we'll say it's a sequel.
Yeah.
It's like, God, what was it? There was, I brought it up, but I can't even think of what movie it was that basically did that. It was like they remade it, or rebooted it. Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess it worked out for this movie, Jumanji.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of in the same lines where they're like, yeah, it's a. I forget even if they called it a sequel, but it clearly was when you watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that was Mary Poppins.
Yeah. So next one is Christopher Robin. Another addition to the long list of movies about dads that are overworked and are quote-unquote bad dads because they do work.
I've seen a lot of people compare it to Hook.
Yes.
Like, it's Hook. I'm like, well,
I still haven't seen Hook.
You know the one where that one kid.
how have you not seen Hook? Hook is such a. It's weird because I find it.
It is weird.
I find it very charming. I enjoy the movie. I for those that haven't seen Hook, it's the
with Robin, right?
yeah, Robin Williams as Peter Pan.
That one he
And but it's not like the Disney version of it. It's like he has to go back because Captain Hook's like, I want you back, and yeah. But it's, I don't know, I find it so charming, and the music is good, and
Hook is good.
And then I found out it's one of those things where sometimes I regret learning more about movies that I already like, because I found out that like that's like a movie that I guess like from what I've read, Spielberg just regretted every step of making that movie. He's just like, I really should have made this. And I'm like, no. Don't say that.
Speaking of Hook, how about that Christopher Robin trailer?
Speaking of Christopher Robin, in Hook, there's...
Just stop. So,
no, yes.
in the trailer, we get a clip of Pooh, and he's voiced by Jim Cummings, thank goodness.
Yes.
To be honest, I want to see more of Pooh and his animation because I'm not very impressed with his overall look as far as like his animation. Like, I like that he looks like a real stuffed bear and that he kind of looks kind of old and worn, but like you can barely tell when his mouth is moving, and like I don't know.
At first, I thought it was like they were using a puppet and then just like CGing the mouth movements over it. I thought that's what it was to begin with, but yeah, I think it's just entirely CG.
Yeah, I wonder if like maybe they'll use a puppet for some shots, but I doubt it because I guess that's sort of not becoming a thing that people use anymore.
I made a tweet joking about this because I saw a lot of people that are like, well, wait, so what? Why is Pooh like an actual teddy bear? And everyone's like, because he is an
actual teddy bear.
So that's why I made a joke on Twitter saying everyone's freaking out about how Pooh Bear is an actual teddy bear, but what about the fact that Christopher Robin's a Jedi? Played by Ian McGregor. It's only one Kenobi.
I don't even think Christopher Robin's really Christian, to be honest.
Really? You don't think so?
I'm gonna watch some funny videos that I need to sober up.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, drink some water.
If he watches funny videos, he sobers up. Oh. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Saber.
Can you mute your mic?
I don't know what's happening.
I'm on Facebook now.
He's becoming a person now.
Okay. Wait, Saber. I think this might be something that you want to talk about. I wrote down another topic. Brigitte, Overwatch.
Dude, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
She's Mercy's face.
No, listen, Mercy's dead. She's gone.
You get out of my house right now.
Mercy died in the war.
Get out of my house!
Brigitte is a redheaded. God, redheads are so beautiful. And, like, you know, if I was gay, I'd have so many boyfriends. Because I'm telling you, the dots will be connected. When you type in Saberspark onto Google, you know what the first thing that shows up is Saberspark gay.
Yeah.
Well, is Saberspark gay?
No, I made one joke about that back in Burns React 2013, and there are so many thirsty dudes that it's made Google go, "Oh, Saberspark, is he gay? Got your back, guys, right here."
And the answer
no
is
answers.
Yes. The answer is yes.
I remember I was like, I have a girlfriend. All these guys on Tumblr are like,
good
cover.
cover.
It isn't Saberspark. But the answer about Brigitte,
Vegeta.
she's got plate armor. She's
Yeah.
got plate armor.
Mhm.
She's got red hair. She eats lots of food. Dude, I'm telling you. I like her.
Yeah.
Did you see her laugh animation?
Throws her Korra hair backwards.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not that drunk. I know enough about Brigitte. I don't need to play
Brigitte.
hard.
I'm just gonna call her Bridget. Is that okay?
Oh,
I guess.
I last week I went to the doctor.
No, don't
Do you
tell him that.
want to tell this part, Saber?
I've already heard 2 people say no.
I'm just asking.
I probably will regret that.
Well, you didn't say
Don't
anything.
worry,
let's just
you
say
haven't
I-
said anything yet.
You haven't said anything yet, but you are drunk.
So maybe you should stop.
God bless America.
It was Saber found out.
I'm sober. This is Saberspark speaking. Cool that there's another healer. The water's kicking in. That Mercy.
That was fast.
Mercy got nerfed hard.
It's good water.
And Brigitte is gonna offer another angle as far as like, hey, there's more than heals. Her hammer knocks you back.
Yeah.
She's a chick.
Flail.
Sweet. Chicks are awesome. And what the hell was that?
Tricks? It was a cereal back in the 90s. They're for kids.
I thought that was kicks.
Laura's cat's awesome. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. One day we'll get a defense hero, but not this day.
Yeah.
Of them. We've had 5 healers in a row.
2.
It's Gabe.
Actually, well, I haven't heard from him. I'm wondering if
He's too busy holding hands with his family to hang out with us. This makes me cry.
Okay.
because they're
It's
his
time
family.
to go read the Bible. Can't go to a podcast.
I think he's actually out of town this weekend, if I remember correctly. Because I remember he was talking about time zone issues. So he's probably gonna get on for the podcast like in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Be like, "Where's everyone?"
Gabe impersonation. Oh, hey guys, here. I'm Gabe. I'm here. I'm sorry. I was too busy flying my raft around in the air.
Flying his raft, huh?
Yeah.
Raft.
Does he have a paddle with that?
Oh my god, yeah. The new Stoller flare. That's Gabe though. He's a good guy though. I love him. I'm glad he got to hang out with me.
Hey,
Well
Saber,
said, Saber. Well said.
Saber, what did you think of the Winnie the Pooh trailer? The Christopher Robin trailer?
I thought it was weird how Christopher when he was like when he was like, have you forgotten about me, bitch? And like the Joker like turned around, he's like talking bear. And he's like, pull the trigger, Piglet.
Piglet's like a sniper, like in a building far away.
Oh my
He's like,
God.
finally we can kill Christopher Robin.
War II.
It definitely looks like an interesting movie though.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people kind of I've seen more people saying, okay, now I think I can see this movie, because I think a lot of people were just kind of worried about what are they even going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting. All 4 of the movies I think I plan on seeing, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Okay. Well, that's about it. I did write down BabsCon, but I think we kind of touched on it last time. But it's at the end of this month.
And we'll do an actual
Next
like
time.
kind of more of a preview show for it next time.
Yeah.
Just to talk a little bit about what's coming and all that. So
should we just
That'll
move
be-
on to questions at this point?
Let's do it.
Okay, so for newbies and people that have not heard the news that we are using hashtags, I just put it into the chat. It is hashtag SPP questions. If you have a question that you want to ask us, ask it on Twitter and use that hashtag, and we will answer to the best of our ability. Let's see.
We
Let's
love
see
you
if we've
too,
got
Saber.
any right now.
We've got a few.
Yeah, we do.
All right, what do we got?
Let's see. Wait,
All
hold
right.
on.
Yeah, you going from the bottom?
Yes, we're going from the bottom up. Let me go to latest.
You know what? There was one question that wasn't on here, but I saw it and I'm like, I'll address that.
Lay it on us, Race.
I need to find it, admittedly.
Okay.
But it won't take.
I thought you had it all ready to go once you led in with that. And...
Keep stalling, keep giving it.
Okay. Give it to you, huh? What do you?
All right, I found it.
Okay.
Rave Blitz is asking me, how do you think the main six would react if they ended up in Zootopia?
Why is everybody walking on two legs?
Yeah. Like, what the heck? Why is everyone dressed?
You can talk?
Oh no. It's a shame. I was gonna ask Saber this question, but I guess he's
ranting out in the background. We can't hear you, Saber, if you're talking to us.
I think you need Starlight to go with them, because then otherwise Twilight would just be like a supreme being, and then would maybe like fall prey to how strong she is.
Like, so you're saying Starlight is the yin to the Twilight's yang?
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that was a really good way of saying it. Yes, actually.
so Twilight is evil, is what we're getting at. Like, she gets.
I think at some point you'll realize that no one can stop you, and then like maybe become.
I'll become the god of this world now.
She's above the law.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. All right, Sarah. I'll let you take the reins from here.
All right, we got Wyatt asking, who would win? All B-grade action movie protagonists ever to exist, or Bruce Willis as the whole of his movie career? I
feel like Bruce Willis might lose because Bruce Willis has been a protagonist
in a B movie,
and at least one B movie, I'm sure, at some point in his career. Like that movie Die Hard, that's a B movie.
It's actually a Christmas movie.
Wonderful Christmas movie.
So it's a C movie for Christmas.
Wow.
I see what you did there, Race.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, he does save the world and then
I haven't watched enough B movies or whoever's name's Bruce Willis's movies to really have an informed opinion.
Seen them all.
I guess so, but I don't really have an informed opinion.
Die Hard and 12 Monkeys are incredibly different.
Are they? I don't know. I feel like Bruce Willis, just because like I feel like in his movies he has better equipment because I can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Bruce Willis.
Okay. Anybody else have input?
I would go with the B movie protagonists because just by sheer numbers, if they're equally competent and world saving, I think they'd just overwhelm him.
There would be a lot.
Yeah.
True. All right.
Okay. Next question is from Tom Cat. Does someone have something to add?
No.
Okay.
Well, I see a question here that you missed.
Did I?
Yeah, Jacob Pipers.
Well, ask it then.
Oh. Well, that's
asking. Do you think you will have all the reacts to season 7 before season 8 comes out, not including the movie? I am busting my ass right now, making sure that I get the season 7 finale react done before season 8 comes out. So.
Season 8 is supposed to come out this month, right?
Yeah.
There's gonna be a Memoirs coming out
the
too.
24th.
Yeah, Matt. I need to find the right song for that, but I'm
Clock
definitely
ticking.
gonna. I know, Dad. Yeah.
I'm sorry to rub it in.
Dude, Sherlock Gnomes is coming out on the 23rd. Once that movie comes out, it's all over. You need to bust it out. No one's gonna want to watch your bronies react after that comes out, dude.
Stop it! I know it's crazy because I'm pushing. It's just the problem is they announce, the season's gonna be out in a month, and I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, give me like 3 months or 8 years. Just give me a break. Not like a break because I don't like making them. I was like, I wasn't ready.
You didn't hear me say Sherlock
You weren't
Gnomes.
prepared for this.
Sherlock Gnomes, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yes.
I said Sherlock Gnomes is coming out. No one's gonna want to watch a review after
Well, I still don't disagree.
that.
I mean, Sherlock Gnomes has Johnny Depp.
Why?
I don't know
Why
why.
not?
Because Johnny, I don't know. It's such a. Because I don't know. All right, Sarah, Tomcat.
All right, Tomcat. This was for everyone. I had a JROTC event today called Cadet of the Month board, and I was wondering what is the best way, in your opinion, to deal with nerves because I was shaking. Anybody got tips for nerves?
Trying to figure out what were the nerves of.
Yeah, let's get a little more clarification there. What did you have to do?
What's a JROTC?
Hopefully, Tomcat is in the chat
It's
today.
ROTC. It's a high school version of Reserve Officer Training Corps.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically pre-military for students.
The J is for junior.
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to see if
yeah.
Tomcat is in the chat, but I don't know.
I'll
They
look
are.
for his reply. He can just ask the next one and come back to it, I guess.
I guess.
Okay.
But general. Yeah, go ahead. We'll
I
come
think
back
it just
to it.
means general nerves. I don't think you need to
Event
know the
today
situation.
Called Cadet of the Month award. Well, yeah. Okay. So let's just say, like in general, a good way of dealing with nerves. Pretend that you have confidence. It sounds
Breathe.
weird. It sounds weird, but I've told this to my sisters. I'm like, if
Kind of like a fake it till you make it.
if just because you know that you don't have if you don't feel confident, the people that you're with don't need to know that you're not confident.
And
so
I'll
you can just
second that.
pretend that you're confident, and all of a sudden people will just be convinced that you are.
I speak for a living, and very often I'll forget what I'm saying mid-sentence.
So you start telling them.
And they don't know that you've forgotten where you are. Only you do. They just think you're pausing for effect, and I've had people tell me this.
That's awesome.
So, don't... You know what's going on in your head. They don't.
Right.
Just keep going. I liken it to being on a roller coaster. You're going up the hill. That's where all the nerves are coming in. As soon as you get into it, as soon as you get over that first drop, you just got to give yourself that push.
Yeah.
To get going. And then once you're in the middle of it, you're not going to notice it anymore. If you're prepared, if you know what you're doing, if you know what you want to do, then it'll just flow. So practice beforehand makes you more comfortable with it. Being comfortable with what you're doing and where you are helps you get into it easier. And nerves will always be a thing. I speak for a living. They're still a thing for me.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And just give yourself that push and let yourself know that you've done this before. Like Ray said, fake it till you make it. You've done this before. You'll be fine. Let's have some fun.
Okay. Tomcat actually did reply in the chat saying, I had to answer some questions and give my opinion on some current event to the president of the board, and it was just me and 3 other people in the room, and we have to remember to say ranks and when to salute and a bunch of stuff. It was my first time doing it for the 2nd level.
Yeah, in stuff like that, preparation can help a lot. I don't care what the question is, just practice the procedures that bring you into it and bring you out of it. That way, once you're done with what you're saying, you'll automatically do it just by muscle memory.
There you go.
I think Matt is the absolute best person to answer this question.
I think you got
Panic and then worry.
Oh, no. So there's a saying that a lawyer's like a duck on a pond. They're calm on the surface,
Is that
even
a
if they're
saying?
paddling like... It is. They're calm on the surface, even if they're paddling like mad underneath.
I like it. I mean, I was gonna throw in, but obviously what you just put in there was perfect for Tomcat situation, because I was gonna
you announce live. I don't know how you do that.
I was gonna say, like, I liken it to, the first time I was given a mic and I was in front of 6,000 people at the racetrack, because that's where I got all my public speaking experience before I ever got onto like the brony scene, and then getting on stage was just natural at that point. But yeah, and you just gotta try not to overthink it. Like it's a lot, basically a lot of what Matt said. I mean, he basically covered the bases there.
Yeah,
Nice work, Matt.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't say much, but when I do, I like to contribute something.
It's about time.
All right.
I know, right?
Jacob
Keep it
Piper.
up.
Jacob Pipers asks, second question: what is the weirdest anime you've ever seen, and what anime world would you want to see one of the main 6 or other ponies fit into? Or what world would you want to be in?
The weirdest anime I have seen would have to be Fooly Cooly.
Yeah.
Because what the actual hell?
I've only really experienced animes at conventions with the guys, and there was that one. I remember being caught really off guard when there was that. What is it called? The panty and garter belt one.
Panty and stocking.
Yeah.
Panty and whatever, and like literally the first line was them talking about anal, and I was like, oh,
all right then. If I were to see the main 6 in any of the anime universes I've seen, I would have to say probably Girls in Panzer.
Wow, you watched Girls in Panzer? Boy, give me a high five!
Word.
Let's go!
That was actually the first. Well, no, I can't say that. I've seen Dragon Ball Z back in the day, and I've also seen a few others, but like anime sitting down to watch one, that was probably the first one I'd seen. And I still enjoy it.
that was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
That just
Word.
happened. Oh, that was beautiful.
Anybody
So
else?
here, I'm guessing that's your preference as well.
No, I'm just saying I like Girls in Panzer.
Oh, all right.
Where should the main 6 be then, Hero? What anime world?
What would I find the most interesting for them to be in?
Yeah, because my answer is Pokemon.
Dude, I gotta be honest. Like, season 4 finale is still like the hypest shit. So like, honestly, I think putting them in a My Hero Academia world would be.
Oh my
dope.
god, that'd be so good.
It's so dope. I'm trying to think of the weirdest anime world. I don't know.
The
I mean,
weirdest you've seen?
Yeah.
To a degree, Spice and Wolf could qualify. Just in the sense that it's an
yeah.
anime about economics and a merchant.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's amazing.
Matt, I didn't know you watched so much anime.
And yet
Sarah,
you still
something
get
Ghibli
caught up
movies.
with Pixar movies. Like,
I
what
know.
the hell?
Sarah, you know Berg. He's the one that introduced me to most of these.
I guess so, yeah. Okay.
Yes. He's apparently found and Zap too. Zap found Girls in Panzer, so
I'm
thank you, Zap.
sorry, I lied. No, I think it would be fascinating. I don't care about the other 5. I think it would be fascinating if Twilight, Diddly Dang Sparkle went to the No Game No Life world and like
Oh
challenged
my god, yes!
other people in games. Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Also, for the question of weirdest anime, the weirdest one I've seen is probably Mind Game. That's a movie. It gets pretty. It is pretty much like in the title of the movie. It's a mind game.
Yeah.
Like it's really messed up.
I'm gonna say Avatar
No.
For the weirdest you've seen?
That's not
because
even an
everyone
anime.
always gets mad when you call it an anime.
I gotta be honest. I thought you were talking about the movie for a minute.
You're talking about
Yeah,
It was pretty weird.
Oh, okay. The
Yes.
weirdest anime world is Cat Shit 1. That is really weird. That is
Sorry,
really-
Cat Shit 1.
That is indeed
Is that
the
an
name.
anime?
Yes. It's in. Yeah,
Ew.
it is.
Alright.
It's about a rabbit. It's about 2 rabbits. I don't know why it has the word cat in it, but they have like
Or shit.
they have like automatic rifles, and they're like going through like
Oh
Desert
yeah, it's that
Storm
weird
in the
3D
middle.
anime that
Yeah.
rabbits.
Like just at war. It's really
camels.
bizarre.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
Sounds like Zootopia sequel.
No, Zootopia's a lot better.
Oh, thank you. Or I'm happy.
Where would you put where would you put Hellsing Ultimate in the category or the list of weird?
Hellsing is really weird, but
It's
Bunny's
more
walking
violent
around-
than anything.
Bunny's walking around with AK-47s in Desert Storm. I think has got it beat. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
All
All
right.
right,
So
let's move to the next
wait.
question.
We
Oh,
got a
okay.
question.
I guess it's a movie, not like a series anime.
Lay it
that
on us.
I don't know the title. I don't remember it, but it was like this weird, like horror film. Is fish
got these robot legs and started attacking people.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Have you seen that?
I remember hearing you guys talk about this.
Yeah, Saber and I watched it together. I don't remember what it's called.
Gyo? G-Y-O? Like right?
The Japanese animated film with the fish with the leg, the mecha
Yeah,
leg.
it is called Gyo. It's Tokyo Fish Attack, that one.
That sounds something like that.
Okay.
Fish Attack or something.
It's
Jesus.
Weird. It's like from the smell.
It was so weird.
So Railroad Bronies have a question here, asking what is more deadly, Burger Kill, McD's, Taco Hell, or Hometown Buffet? I'm interested that some of them got like special names and others didn't.
What's Hometown Buffet?
You don't know what Hometown Buffet is?
No,
We don't have
I
those
don't know
here.
what that is.
It's basic. Sarah, you don't know what it is?
No, I don't know what the fuck it is.
What the hell? Okay,
It's low budget buffet.
Okay, I'm assuming it's a buffet because it's got buffet in there.
Well, okay, so I don't know if it's more of a West Coast thing.
It sounds like it is at this rate.
It is a buffet, and it's I used to enjoy it a lot because as a kid I was like, buffets are literally the best, and actually as an adult I still say that too. But at some point, like, everyone in my family started complaining about the quality of the food, and I'm like, guys, you're missing the point.
There's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it. I mean, who cares if they have like fish crackers that you can eat? They're freaking as many as you want. It was, I guess it was, I remembered it, or just didn't realize how, I guess, crappy it was. I don't know, because they went out of business out here. This one did, but I know they're still out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically a buffet line. As far as what is more deadly, so I guess we have Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, or Hometown Buffet.
I would say Hometown just for the danger of sheer overeating.
I was gonna say, I think actually,
And there's people's germs over everything, so since it's a buffet.
They have sneeze guards.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I feel like Hometown Buffet for anyone that doesn't like Hometown Buffet. Let's say for anyone that doesn't like all four, I feel like they would say Hometown Buffet here. I've never known my family to be so adamant about, you know what, we're not gonna eat there anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
But still being okay with going to McDonald's or Taco Bell. So
Taco Bell for me is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, me too. I had to go to Taco Bell after Coco. I told Sarah, I'm like, Sarah, after listening to Spanish music or Mexican music or whatever music for this long, I gotta go to Taco Bell. I need some Mexican food.
See, for me, what makes Taco Bell a kind of a contender for what could be more deadly is this one band trip that we had. We were driving down to San Antonio in in 3 different buses, and we made a stop for kids to eat dinner. And the half of the band that went to eat at the Taco Bell, they all got food poisoning.
Oh, joy.
And it was not a good time. But yeah.
Okay. So, anyone else have anything input there? Okay. I'm gonna treat these kind of as a lightning round.
Okay.
We got a lot of questions.
Yeah. Whoa! Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to read them?
We got a lot of questions from Oziel, so
Yes.
I'll just breeze through these real quick.
Okay. If you want.
The first question here, Oziel is asking if you like Gravity Falls or anime, thoughts on Disney making 2 new animated shows, and as well Star versus the Forces Evil season 4 that all shows are now in Disney Channel.
I'm excited for the new stuff that they announced. They sound fun. They announced Owl House, and then what's the name of the second one?
Amphibia.
Yes, Amphibia. They look fun.
They sound like animal
they
shows.
Look cute. Owl House is about a girl who meets a witch.
Is there an owl in it?
I don't know. I don't know why it's called Owl House yet. So I guess I'll have to figure it out.
We got Cat Shit 1 featuring bunnies, and now we got Owl House that doesn't have an owl.
Okay. I don't know what he's. Okay, yeah. Let's just move to the next one. I guess.
Oh, okay. Next question is thoughts on Disney is teamed up with McDonald's once again after 12 years ending their partnership and will be making Happy Meals for animation and as well for Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney live action.
I think it's a wonderful thing.
Did anyone else try the Szechuan
Szechuan.
sauce?
Szechuan sauce?
The Sasquatch sauce.
Did not know it was out.
No, I didn't want it no.
Well, I guess maybe that means that we'd get Wreck-It Ralph Happy Meal toys.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, we're all going to Mickey D's and we're gonna sing the winter wrap-up song on the way there. Okay.
Hell
Can I interrupt for just
Yes,
a
and
moment?
interrupt.
This is something that someone sent me. In the chat. Wyatt. Said, gave me a drawing. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, it has the TE2 Plus artwork on. It's a TE2 Plus arcade stick. It's the one I have. That's super awesome. Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Nice
Thank
work,
you.
right?
I really
You're
appreciate this.
Didn't you get fan art last show too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nice.
I don't know.
Go Hirosashii.
But
Thank you, Wyatt.
Wyatt said, I plan on doing one for everyone in this podcast. My question is for
sweet.
Hirosashii. Can you give us some trash talk for them fighting herds? Everyone else is welcome to join in too. Some trash talk. It's hard when I'm not in a match. I'm only that way when I'm in a match. But real talk, people need to stop jumping at me. I'm going to 6A you if you jump at me. Stay on the ground. Boy,
I'm gonna jump at you every chance I get now.
and you're gonna get 6A'd.
Like, I'm gonna give you a hug at a convention. I'm gonna jump at you, and you're gonna kill
I'm
me.
gonna 6A you. My hurt box is gonna disappear.
Please have your camera out when this happens.
Oh, I always have to know. Nice. Okay. Next question from Oziel. Thoughts on the passing on Bud Lucky and David Ogden Steers? All right.
It's a loss.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, even just beyond his role in MASH, he played a number of voice characters.
I'm glad you knew who this was.
Oh yeah, David Ogden Stiers. He played Major Winchester in MASH,
Okay.
among
Yeah, I
other
did
things.
see that. I did see that.
Isn't
Oziel
Bud Lucky...
asks-
Okay.
No, what were you saying?
I think Bud Lucky, isn't he the one that played... Oh, wait, never mind. This is a different person that I'm thinking about. Oh, never mind. Okay, sorry. Go to the next question.
Okay. Thoughts on La La Land producer and songwriter are making another musical, but this time animation. But there's a twist. It's Blue Sky Studios.
Cats Don't Dance 2, the sequel.
No.
I did not hear
Well,
about this.
Blue Sky is also owned by Disney now since Fox.
Hey, after Megan Ferdinand, we're good.
Do we know anything about it other than it's a musical?
No idea. The only two there's like 3 upcoming films by them. Like they're not having a film this year. They're having a film next year called Spies in Disguise with Will Smith and Tom Holland in it. And then next something called Nimona, which sounds interesting. It's based on a webcomic actually.
Yeah, I have that book. I read it and it's good. I enjoy it.
So we have.
And then there's something called Foster, but there's not really much information about it. So I don't know.
Interesting.
It'd be interesting to have a musical that's not by Disney.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like
animated
that.
musical, that
That
is.
sounds cool. Bring it.
Oziel asks, thoughts on Disney is making an animated series on The Rocketeer, but it's on Disney Junior?
Okay.
That's interesting.
I have a little Rocketeer story here. The movie, the soundtrack on it is delicious.
Yes.
And I had the music for it on my iPod, and it was titled Walt Disney World Fountains. And I guess they use that music for the fountain show they have at Epcot, I think. And I guess like literally, it was just back in the day when we would all acquire music legally. That was like titles were never like quite right, and the music quality was terrible and everything. But I started watching the movie not knowing that that's where the music was from, and like as it was starting up, I was like, oh my gosh, I have found it. Like I felt like I found a part of my life, and I now knew where to get better quality version of it. But yeah, it's interesting. Like I wonder if they're going to kind of stick with the music, it being on Disney Junior. I'm kind of surprised because if I recall, I think he fights Nazis in the movie. So
well, it might be just loosely based.
I'd love to know what Disney Junior's gonna do with Rocketeer.
I'd love to see him not pull any punches.
Yeah. Ozzy
just straight up.
Also asks thoughts on Disney making another Muppets reboot, but this time it's on Disney-owned streaming service. I hadn't heard of that, but I do know that there's going to be another Muppet Babies.
Oh, are you excited about that, or are you nervous?
Actually, Andy Bean from the Two Man Gentleman Band is doing the music for Muppet Babies, so I'm kind of excited. Like I enjoy his work. He did the music for Wander Over Yonder.
I'm gonna dip out real fast. Night, y'all.
See you, Hero.
Bye.
All right.
Ozzy,
so there's hope.
Yes. Ozzy, did any of you watch the Oscars? What is your favorite moments from the live show and from the winners and losers?
I did not
talk about that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. Coco won song, right? Best song.
Yeah, one song and best animated film, which that was kind of expected.
Yeah. And then Shape of
if
Water
it didn't
won
win, they did something wrong.
That's all I know about the Oscars.
I saw it. I guess people are calling The Shape of Water Grinding Nemo.
Yes.
Wow.
We haven't watched that one yet.
No, my dad wanted to see it, but they never had it at our theater.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, it's cool that Guillermo won 2 Oscars because he won one for Best Picture and also directing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I know Dunkirk won a couple.
Yeah, it won best sound editing and sound mixing, though it went against like Baby Driver, and I was upset at that because I was like, man, Baby Driver should have gotten that.
I'm surprised Baby Driver didn't get anything, given how much they like incorporated sound into it. But I think again, I feel like us even like Paleo, you review movies, so you view movies a little bit differently than someone like me, who just goes and is just like, I just want to see a good movie, and like I just feel like when the Academy's looking at a movie, they look at it different than all of us.
Yeah.
Norm Mermaid in the chat says Glenn Keane finally won an Oscar. What did he win it for? Did he do a short?
Yeah, for animated short, the Dear Basketball thing that he did with Kobe Bryant. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch it. That.
Nice.
I enjoy
it. All right.
And also, I'm trying to think. There's a couple more things because Jordan Peele won Best Screenplay for Get Out, which was great.
Yeah.
And Blade Runner 2049 won Best Visual Effects.
Yeah.
Though it was some people were upset because it was going against War for the Planet of the Apes. It was the last time that they could have like won that because they didn't win for the last 2 movies that they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of
a bit of a
upsetting
bummer
for people.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised just because like when I think of the 2 movies, because we saw both in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I think of the 2, I honestly I get that a lot of the world that we saw in Blade Runner was, basically all just, here's everything we made. But it also felt very, I guess, where
we didn't hear what you said before, I guess.
Oh,
it felt very what?
Shapely.
Shapely?
As in like it, like versus some like the Planet of the Apes movies, which are very organic. They're like living things, as opposed to like, oh, look at these weird buildings. And I guess that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Ozzy asks, are you excited about Ready Player One? It has a poster featuring all nostalgia movies. I am interested in Ready Player One. I wouldn't say I'm excited for it. I want to watch it just to see all the like video game shit that all the video game shit that they're just gonna cram right into it. I've already seen like Sonic the Hedgehog and like Tracer and the fucking Iron Giants in it. I'm just
Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
So
I feel
many.
like they literally were like, how many characters can we get our hands on? Let's just throw them all in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to expect for that movie.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot in the book apparently.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Overwatch characters show up. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So if anybody can do it, I guess Steven Spielberg can try to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. All right, we made it to the last of our quick.
Aussie.
Well, I guess we haven't really done it any quicker. But how long is? I guess this may be a paleo question. How long is to make script/notes to make them, and then you have to rewriting many times before you got the right materials?
I guess in general, that's just a question on how you write a script for a video.
I don't write scripts. So I'm not a good one to answer this.
Like, yeah, do you mean a video or like a movie?
I feel like, I don't know. He doesn't specify.
I guess it'd be a video, because I don't know why he'd ask us for movie stuff.
Yeah, we don't do movies.
Funny enough, the only script I've written was for a movie, but it was on a notepad, like a literal pen and paper notepad.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Angel's got a question for everyone. I'm wanting to make an animated YouTube videos, but I'm scared to get behind the mic because I have a strong Southern accent and stutter a bit. Do you guys have any advice on how to be more comfortable or examples of what helps you guys?
Embrace that Southern accent.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? People love that Southern accent. If they don't, they're wrong.
Yeah.
But when it comes to voice acting, I feel like that's more of the question here. I think you could probably find some stuff online to help with it. Mm-hmm. But I do know that people, a lot of people like to take lessons and stuff, and apparently like they work some real charms with voice acting. It's so funny because I feel like I'm very comfortable in front of a mic, but when it comes to voice acting, you see that I do not know what I'm doing when it comes to voice acting. Like there's just, that's a whole nother level of working stuff in front of a mic. I don't know if anyone here has done anything necessarily with voice work.
Mm-hmm.
Formally, no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, nothing more than this for me. Like I've done a couple things, but nothing that I'd say, oh yeah, look how good this is. So I did that Granny Smith voice for that one thing.
Yeah.
I was given some decent direction on that one, so I think it came better out than if I just did it on my own.
Yeah.
Okay. Drummer Shy asking, have you heard about the Run Peter Run lip sync meme that has been going on?
Nope.
Yes.
What is it, Laura?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Saber's made a couple already.
It's the
Oh no.
Oh,
Tonight?
the Peter Griffin one?
Yeah.
but
Okay.
they just replaced the audio.
Okay.
Oh.
When he
okay,
falls
I
down
saw
or
Yeah,
like
Saber has a
the
couple on
knee
his
thing.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I've retweeted a few.
I feel like those were
Old.
a thing a while ago, and now they're back.
Yeah.
I can't wait for other memes to come back.
Yeah.
Drummer Shy also is asking, any suggestions for organizing group projects and how to execute it well and smoothly?
Prepare.
Preparation.
H?
Just speaking from like a Bernie's Rect standpoint, getting everyone on the same page from the get-go is very important. Having everybody understand expectations. If you're the one running the project, if it's something that you're paying people, then you have a little bit more leeway as far as like setting down, like, I guess, kind of, I don't want to say rules, but just laying out more expectation wise, which you could do either way, but you have to work with people. You have to be able to work around schedules and be very understanding if things come up that prevent people in the group to not be able to do stuff, especially if it's a group of friends or whatever. It's something that happens, and you don't want it to be something that hurts a friendship. So
flexible yet forceful.
Communication's the best thing, though. Like just keeping tabs with people, like, hey, how's it going? Because honestly, a lot of people forget.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, That's right. And just checking in, saying, hey, just wondering how it's going. Oh, you know what? I can't do it right now, but I will. Just check in again. Be like, hey, checking in. So
it's all too easy to let not hearing something back be misinterpreted. Chances good people just forgot.
Yeah, just you have to be very understanding, and you have to be somebody that your group enjoys working with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're not gonna. You'd be lucky to complete one project, but good luck getting another one going. So yeah, you just have to really focus on being a very good people person and treating everyone with respect and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So I'm gonna scoot forward here. Reckless asking, Toodles, has your Alexa made any laughing noises at random lately?
She has not, but she can do this. Hey Alexa, please fart. Okay, I guess not.
She didn't fart?
Oh.
Alexa,
Why didn't she fart?
fart. There we go.
Truly, you have trained her well.
I'm gonna when we have kids, I'm gonna teach them that one too. Hey Jeff Jr.
Fart.
All right, Nora Mermaid asks to Laura, what's the one thing that you do that annoys Saber the most?
That might be a better question for him.
What's the one thing he does that annoys you most?
Yeah.
He says there's nothing that I do that annoys him.
I also thought I heard he say you were a fantastic
What about
person.
vice versa?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm trying. What do you do that's annoying?
Everything.
Existing.
Spoken like a true girlfriend.
A lot of things I think were annoying. I've done a good job of like fixing. Like
Yeah, he's been doing better. I think like he has like memory issues sometimes. Where like I'll like tell him something and be like, "Oh, remember that thing I was telling you about?" And he'll be like, "What are you talking about? You've never talked about this before." And I'll be like, "Yeah, I told you about this like 3 times last week."
Yeah.
But he's gotten much better at that. So it's more of like things that he's improving on as we progress.
Expanding the mind.
Yeah.
Indeed. Let's see here. Wyatt says, Matt told me to ask this during the podcast.
I did?
Why hasn't he been on Bronies React?
I think
yeah. So let me clarify that. He asked me this question during Sarah's art stream, and I said that's probably a better question to ask Race. Because there's a story behind it that you tell better than I do.
Well, while you tell the story, I'm going to go to the ladies' room.
Okay. Because
in fact I have been asked to be on Bronies React.
The beautiful thing is, yeah, Matt was asked to be on the first ever Bronies React that I made, and because I was looking for people to be in it, and Matt's response was, you basically responded somewhere along the lines of like, no, I'm not.
I've never been one that likes to be out in front of the camera. I much prefer to be behind it doing the filming.
The idea of being, having your face plastered on this video, you're like, not my thing. And I remember telling you, I'm like, Matt, how big do you think this video is actually going to be? Like, come on.
I think it's going to do probably pretty good, I said.
It's like, Matt, come on. It's probably going to get like 100 views. And 100,000 views later, I was like, all right, Matt, I guess you made the right call. So yeah, I did. Matt was one a brony that I went to because I knew him, I trusted him, and he didn't trust me, and he was right.
Do appreciate the offer, though.
Yeah, TuneAmp asking, have you ever heard of the Rankin Bass Fairy Tale series? Is this something you've heard about, Paleo?
Rankin Bass Fairy Tale. Like, that sounds familiar. Rankin Bass.
Is this new or old?
Like the guys that did the Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I know those because I watch them every Christmas. But I don't know about a fairy tale series.
What are we talking about now?
The Rankin Bass Fairy Tale series. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, this is the Special World of Rankin Bass. That's what it's called.
I don't think I've heard
Are these
of that.
old?
Huh. Yeah, apparently, yeah. Here's a list of them right here on IMDb.
Oh.
Well, I guess we didn't know.
No,
So
I don't know
none of
about
us
this
knew
stuff.
about this.
Huh.
And now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, because like some of the like all the Christmas stuff is on here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it fucking King Kong?
Well, I guess like our excuses for not knowing this is I think
It's before our time.
Cricket on the Hearth?
I think almost everybody in this podcast was not born when they made the
Yeah, a
last.
lot of this stuff is from the 60s.
Yeah.
The oldest one I see is 1987.
You mean the newest?
Most
The
recent.
newest. Yes, I meant the newest.
Jackson
And funny enough,
5.
it's
We know what you meant. We know what you meant.
The
The Wind in the
Osmonds.
Willows.
Huh. This is interesting.
Interesting. I had not. Oh my god, they have a Coneheads. Yeah.
Perhaps
Last
this is something
unicorn.
you guys should watch.
Oh, the last unicorn was part of this.
You're kidding.
Oh, I love The Last Unicorn.
Yeah.
So okay, we all know about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they did the Hobbit too, the animated
Huh.
Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
The first Easter rabbit.
And of course, like you guys said, all the Christmas and Rudolphs and all that stuff those are included in this. So for those, yeah.
The stingiest man in town.
Is that supposed to be Scrooge?
I think so.
awesome.
It looks like a Christmas. It might be like sort of like a spin-off of Scrooge. Oh wait, here's the summary. This version of the story is told from the perspective of B.A.H. Humbug. After Ebenezer Scrooge refuses to assist the poor or have Christmas dinner with his nephew, he is visited by the blah. So yeah, I guess it is like an Ebenezer Scrooge story.
And
Pinocchio's
just to,
Christmas.
I just want to mention this just so we all know. We're probably going to answer questions up until 8 o'clock tonight.
Yes.
So we'll try to
Okay.
get through all of them that we have.
Yeah, I guess we need to move on.
Digital Arrow asks, whatever happened to Steven Universe?
It's coming back this month.
There you go. Rosie
yeah.
Diamond says, oh, here we go. We have a question. Is Saber alive enough to answer a question, Laura?
No.
Poke him.
No.
Anybody
Poke him
could
with a
answer this question, but I
well,
do want
okay,
to hear
they're asking,
Saber's.
who is, wait, we've had this question.
I think
plenty of
we've-
times. Who is the hottest Chris? Pine, Evans, Pratt, or Hemsworth? I think we've
It's an
answered this
important
question.
question.
It is important. I don't remember what I've
Evans.
answered.
Is my favorite.
Evans is your favorite?
Yes.
Probably Helmsworth.
I agree, Evans, 100%.
Yeah, Evans.
I'm gonna say Pratt because he's my love child with Saberspark.
Wow, actually.
I remember. I don't know if you've seen that, Laura. Somebody posted that once, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, it's
That's awesome.
whoa." Quentin Owens asks, "What wrong with Saber?"
This is his first time on the podcast for me.
Oh, no.
He's drunk.
He's drunk.
You
There's
picked
nothing
a
wrong.
wonderful
He's
time
just
to come on in.
He's actually doing very well.
Yes,
he's just
doing super good.
He's just
All
conversing with his friends Jack and Daniels.
Jazz King had a question for Hirosashii, but Hirosashi's left. So Jazz King, just make sure you ask that one again next time. We'll try to get it for Hiro. Here we go, to Laura and Toodles.
It's from Cadet Redshirt.
From Cadet asking, do you think you'll change up your mains and orientation when Brigitte gets out of PTR?
An Overwatch question.
I am going to play the shit out of Brigitte. I'm just gonna say, like, I love my main boy Zenny, but I'm very excited to play Brigitte because she looks like a heck of a lot of fun to play, and like, she's one of those characters that she feels like a support character that can actually take care of herself, and that's so nice. So you don't have to depend on everybody else. You can actually like whack a few people and have a shield of your own. That just seems very luxurious to me.
Laura?
I still haven't like quite regained my footing from all the Mercy nerfs, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm still not sure where I currently am. So I guess we'll kind of have to see if things balance out a bit.
Because you're very loyal to Mercy.
I love Mercy.
Yeah.
She's my favorite. But like, Moira's a lot of fun to play. I really like playing Zenyatta and Lucio. But I mean, we're just kind of trying to throw more stuff at support to be like, oh, forget about that Mercy nerfs. Oh, here's some new characters.
Yeah.
I would.
To be honest, I kind of feel like they're nerfing Mercy so that people play the new characters.
Yeah. I would like to at least fix her, and it's like, I'm happy to play other characters because I do, but like, I just want her back.
Yeah.
Reckless asks, how did you react when you found out Coco won the Oscars?
Woot.
I wasn't surprised. I was like,
yeah, it wasn't. I didn't react because I was like, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
It wasn't. Last year was interesting. Like, even though like I was quite certain, I'm like, Zootopia has to win it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
There were so many good movies last year. This year it was like, what happened to animation?
Yeah,
but we knew that.
It was like I would have been surprised if like Loving Vincent or The Breadwinner won. I would be like, what?
That would have been cool.
Or The Boss Baby won.
Yay! Rosie says, in honor of Remember Me winning the Oscar for Best Song, what is the best Disney song?
Oh, shit.
Be prepared.
That won't be in the Lion King remake.
Either Hellfire or The Bells of Notre Dame.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a good
those
one.
are good.
Yeah.
That's a strong
There's so
one.
many good Disney songs. I can't pin one down.
I'm gonna make a man out of you.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I would say Somewhere Out of the Blue.
Time is racing.
Okay, let's stop. I'm gonna say this one because I don't think anybody else would. But Perfect from Oliver and Company.
Ooh.
It's a fun one to sing in the car when you're driving.
Nice. Did everyone get their answer in there?
Seems like it.
Do you guys? How many of you sing in the car?
Oh, I absolutely
do.
I rock out in the car.
I've seen that.
Yeah, you've seen it. I drive to the music. Sarah loves it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you see the road, but
I hit the brake pedal when it's like the music's like dun 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 dun. Brakes.
The people behind you must love it.
Yeah,
they do. Cadet says, what do you guys think is the highlight of the stream today?
Drunk Saber.
Oh my.
Drunk Saber.
Yeah.
That was great. Reckless says, here you go, Sarah. Would the Cybugs from Wreck-It Ralph 1 be comparable to the Changelings from MLP?
Sort of.
I feel like the Cybugs are much more terrifying.
Yeah, they're a bit more terrifying. Like, I guess they're comparable in this.
shapeshifty.
They do shapeshift.
Do they?
Yes, Cybugs do when they eat something. They gain the attributes.
The
like, so if they
properties of
eat a gun, then their little arms will turn into guns and blast people away. And
dude, the candy. Cybug with King Candy at the end.
Yeah.
Scared. Like, that was
he
terrifying.
was gonna be like 100% scarier. Like, I looked
Spoiler alerts, people.
Yeah, I guess so. They don't know what we're talking about. But yeah, he was going to be much scarier. If you look in the art book for Wreck-It Ralph, it's like at the end of the art book, and he looks fucking terrifying. All right, so...
Cadet's calling us out. She wants a specific segment of Drunk Saber.
Oh. Probably like...
The Dusty Cat story was one I never thought
that's
would be
that's definitely gonna be
that...
the highlight that I'm gonna post on YouTube.
I've heard that story before, but I never thought it was gonna... make it on the podcast, but
I hope Dusty Cat doesn't mind.
Well, it was all complimentary at least.
Okay.
All right. Ross Pitts asks, "What is your best pickup line?"
I just don't use those.
I really am just a dumb.
Do pickup lines even work?
I don't know. I think Toyota's got a good line of pickups.
They don't fucking work.
Wow. Very nice.
There was this one time when me and my girlfriends, we just walked outside of a mall. We were all just like doing our window shopping, and like there was this one boy that said, "Hey ladies, I lost my number. Can I have yours?" And we were just like, we just laughed in his face.
I think the best pickup line I've ever seen in an animated movie was when Z from Ants says,
Youch.
Youch.
That's so stupid.
Youch. Ross also is asking, you have 60 seconds left to live. What do you do? Honestly, I probably
About
just
what I should be doing with my last 60 seconds.
yeah, like I think I would just immediately try to be like, okay, wait, is this real? Like, do I really only have 60 seconds? And by the time I figure out that I do, time's probably gonna be up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn it.
That's really not a lot of time to do anything, really.
No. Let's see here. Okay, I know we're right up on the time thing.
Yes.
Does anyone know about Nintendo Direct?
Nope.
Yes,
No.
it's happening tomorrow.
What are your thoughts?
What are they talking
What is
about?
it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna hope for anything, just so I can be surprised. So.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's it expected
yeah,
to be?
do
Is it
they-
a new gaming system or what?
No, just they're just announcing like some information on Switch and 3DS stuff.
Ah, gotcha.
Cool.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Quiet Storm. Say thanks for joining us on your first time here.
Welcome.
They did
We
ask a
apologize
question.
for everything.
Yes, and nothing.
as a
They
whole.
did ask a question about a death battle, but I don't know who these.
Between
Like,
the Raven versus Twilight.
Yeah, they did a Twilight Sparkle versus Raven from Teen Titans.
Oh,
I haven't watched it yet though.
Terra versus
Okay.
Terra.
Okay.
I haven't seen this. I didn't know. We'll check it out. Alexa Smith Prime asking if you could write a book, what would it be about?
I
I
don't
just
know.
won.
In the campaign that I've already done, so I don't have to like come up with a whole new thing.
I wanted to write. I actually started writing a book, and then I stopped. It was like I had this dream of like these mice in a forest, and they had to like solve this mystery, and it required them to make it all the way into the city and then all the way back. And I was gonna write this whole journey because I woke up and I'm like, I want to read this book, and I realized it didn't exist. So I'm like, damn it, then I have to write it, and I'm gonna. And I started, and then I think my laptop died, and I just was like, oh.
Okay then.
Yeah, but I would continue writing that if I had the option.
At any time.
All right, we're getting down to our last 5. Let's do like a quick round, maybe.
Yeah. So Wyatt's asking, I recently found my old iPod Nano. What's something that you've lost and wish you still had?
My sanity.
My virginity.
I've already bought another one, but I lost my original Game Boy Advance SP. Like, it's one of the few things that I didn't sell as a kid that was like video games, because I sold a lot of my video games. But that was the one like system that I actually lost, and I have no idea what happened to it.
As a serious answer, I'd probably say my Lego collection. I think we lost it in a move somewhere.
I lost Rainbow Dash in Hawaii.
What, your brush?
Sarah threw her.
No, I
over-
didn't throw her. I dropped her, and she went over the fence.
She's still there.
Yeah.
This happened 4 years ago.
My dad, you know what? There was some weird altercation in which one of my toys when I was a kid got given away. It wasn't a toy, but it was like that. Did anybody watch Cardcaptor Sakura? That anime? I had the book with all the tarot cards in it.
Oh.
And I kind of wish that I had it today, because apparently it can sell for quite a good bit of money. And I'm like, damn, if only I kept it. If only I could rewind that garage sale in which it ended up on the shelf and bought.
Dang.
And then later sold for
Probably.
all the money.
Yes.
Let's see here. Ozil asking, Sarah, are you planning to play them fighting herds?
Yes.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do something at some point
Yes.
with that. I think we'll have fun with it. I'm gonna save this question for last. Toonamp asking, do you think Katrina is now a possibility in ML? Wait, I don't what?
What?
Oh, since Caper is now a thing, I guess the cat
Yeah,
people
so-
showing up.
Y'all still streaming?
Yeah, Hero, welcome in.
I'm watching Hero Academia.
It's Capper.
There was a question for you asking who's your favorite monster on Monster Hunter?
Oh, that is an awesome. I saw the game. I got like really excited.
Yeah, but it wasn't about gravity, so you're okay.
My favorite. Dude, that is hard. To fight or to look at?
You tell us.
Yes.
My favorite to fight is Nargacuga because it's incredibly predictable. It makes it really fun to guard point with Charge Blade and then like blow its face off. It's great. I love fighting Nargacuga. It's super telegraphed. My favorite to look at? Shoot. Oh no, I'm accidentally weaving. I don't know its name in the English version.
What's it in Japanese then?
No, it is a Glavenus. It's Glavenus. It's a really freaking cool fight.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it has a super cool song that makes you feel like you're gonna die. I love it.
So Tunap was asking if we think Katrina is now a possibility in MLP since Caper is now a thing. Basically asking, do you think we might see Katrina was like a cat villain way back in the old school MLP stuff? I remember
I didn't know what
it was like the second special.
Okay. Maybe.
I wouldn't throw it out of the possibility. I mean, yeah. All right.
It's been established.
Last
this
question.
is the question that we're going to end on. Oziel asking, is Saber dead?
No, I hope.
Still alive.
Well, there you go.
Passed out?
He's still
No,
good.
he's fine. He's on his phone on the couch.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. I want us all to give Laura a round of applause for. I mean, if it feels unappreciated, Laura, just know that we're all sitting here saying thank you for your
hurting the
service.
drunk.
You guys appreciate it.
Well, that's a wrap here, guys, on this March 7th. Wednesday evening, Semi-Perfect Podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks on the 21st of March. We will be previewing BabsCon as well as talking about who knows what. We'll see if Saber has sobered up yet. Maybe not. Regardless, we want to thank you all for watching, all of our live viewers, all of those who watch tape delayed, and of course, all you in the podcast. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night, everybody.